3-0. B Cup's like Vici is still better. We'll see how it
Yeah,
is. Don't worry.
it's hard to back that up when Vici goes 1-2 and they still come in second place. But that being said, I said standard performance, and the standard performance from Vici against the standard performance of anybody else in Group B is better, in my opinion. I
Okay,
mean,
get fighting talk.
are you really going to doubt Paparazzi, aka Eurus, the artist formerly known as Paparazzi?
After watching them dive tier forwards to throw a game the other day, yes, X
Yes.
for doubt.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Oh, you're giving him the
I'm giving him the
America's
X.
Got
Yeah.
Talent X. Anybody
I
else?
don't
I'm
think,
gonna do a
I
little
don't think
comedy
that's just
here.
an America thing.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Britain's Got Talent too, right?
Yeah, we do. We
I
get
don't.
dogs that win ours instead of people.
Yeah. But the bad act comes on, and the whole crowd. I don't know if they get enticed to do this. At least in the American one, all the crowd is just going, "Oh, dude, they get the X. There it is." And I'm just like, relax. It's a TV show. These guys are on stage. Like, come on. And you're giving the X
Chill out,
out
guys.
here. You trying to?
So,
Who's the mean one on your Got Talent show? Who's the?
Simon Cowell is
Yeah.
the
You trying to be Simon right now? Giving the X?
yes all the time. That's what I aspire to be in life. Simon Cowell.
Giving the X. I'll give you
Um,
the X. That was
I
my
was
best
thinking,
British.
that was amazing. We started an hour early today, right? So
Yeah.
it's 6 a.m. for me. I was like, I don't think I've ever woken up this early before since like some dodgy school trips when I was about 12.
Dodgy
So-
school. Wait, where are you going on a school trip
Well,
that they're dodgy?
We went on like a day trip to Belgium once, which is the most ridiculous thing because I don't think we actually spent any time in Belgium.
I mean, I guess in comparison, that's like me taking a day trip to Connecticut, but like, I don't know, man. It's really
But
weird.
yeah, so if it takes me an hour or so to get into things here, guys,
Flame them on
then
Reddit.
don't
Yeah,
blame me.
of course.
We have a draft though.
Yeah, we do. We've got
We
a
talk
Queen of
about that at some
Pain
point.
for Vici and a Phoenix. We have this beautifully new graphic. I don't know who made it, but you're quick on the go-to now that you got the 7 bands on the bottom. But
It's pretty good, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, you're quick on it. You got to recenter everything. Like it's hard work. A friend of mine's a graphic designer. He says like that minor stuff is like the hardest stuff. Oh Jesus! Early anti-mage. Oh my god.
How do I feel about this?
Early anti-mage. I mean, the last time we saw it was Monet, and he killed with it.
Didn't SCC play AM mid yesterday as well?
Yes, he did, and they won, and they killed with it.
Yeah, they
So,
did. I don't know, like,
Positives.
I feel like Vici have much more potential to punish the super early AM pick than we have from other teams. It's a really good hero against Queen of Pain though, right? Like you can reflect the dagger with your spell shield as well, which is always really nice. So if you lane up against that AM, it's pretty good.
I also think, Queen of Pain, Orchid Carrier, make sure that Anti-Mage can't blink away, get that control going, find somebody with a stun as well. Maybe a second Orchid Carrier, because we've just been seeing Orchid on everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the new Necrobuck. Although, I don't know if you saw this, Mo, before we get too deep into things. There was a patch.
Yeah, I just saw it on Twitter this morning.
Yeah.
Massive patch. It took me about 10 minutes to read through, but I finally got there.
Yeah. Massive patch.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like I don't know how bad Helm of Dom is now or how good it is. I feel like it's in this really weird. It looks kind of good, but is it really worth the gold? Like I think it is, because you tend to farm so much with the creep with just the spells anyway, because you get so much mana regen. I played a game yesterday as DK, and I had to play against Underlord mid, and he went Helm of Dom, and he got Harpy creep, and it was actually the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it just runs around zapping you constantly because it never loses mana. Like you just farm so quickly. It's horrible to play against.
Hey, so I'm looking at it because I'm looking at the change. I'm sorry. Creep damage
That's fine.
reduced. Gold increased. Is it still that bad? If the is the creep damage really? I guess 40 is a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like the damage on the creep's nice, but I think you farm with the spell most of the time. So
Hmm.
on the creep that you take over, I'm not, like massively worried about it, to be honest. Oh my god.
Ooh, ooh, Oracle now. I feel like we've seen Oracle what once.
Yeah, hardly at all. I wonder
Hmm.
what they see as the value of the Oracle here. I mean, the Purge is nice up against the Queen of Pain Dagger. Um, it's a nice low base attack speed here against the Phoenix, but I don't think you're going to be hitting the egg.
Yeah, because they've got Earthshaker already. I mean, they can make the Earthshaker the 3. XSS is a very proficient Earthshaker player, and then maybe go like Oracle 5. And if they want, so I scan the bands before I say something stupid and ahead of myself, Marana, because that's what we've been seeing every game.
Mars is still in the pool, by the way. I don't know how it's made it through the draft this far when so many of these teams are just first phasing it. Oh, always love a good Rubik game.
Yeah, PYW very good on the Rubik. I think he's very solid. And Viper, whoa, hey, this is a hero that we have only seen a handful of times, and by a handful I mean twice. It's been banned 12 times though. It's gotten this
Now,
far.
this is interesting because they play it into the Rubik, right? So it's not like an insanely good Viper game for your survivability because he can steal the break. Like anything you get from Viper on the Rubik, either the break or the Viper strike's really nice. But if you look at the two hero cores they have at the moment in the AM and the Viper, both of them lane up really well against Queen of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can't dagger either of them because of Corrosive Skin and the Spell Shield. So all of a sudden, it's like a much more difficult Queen of Pain game than we've probably seen so far this tournament.
What's the Queen of Pain win rate right now? It is scanning with my eyes. Oh my gosh. 66%
Wow,
with 6 repeating. So 6 of 9.
that's pretty good going.
Yeah, that's not bad. The Anti-Mage, I believe, is pretty high. Is the Anti-Mage 100%?
No. LGD lost a game with it, I think.
Yeah, so it's 2 out of 3. Okay. So they go Luna. Interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, they need some BKB carry. Like the builds it relatively early on. So I don't mind the Luna too much. I do worry that their laning stage is a little bit. I guess it's okay. They're going to play Phoenix 5, I would assume then, because the Rubik's the 4, right? Unless they play like some weird Phoenix 3, Quap 2, but I very much doubt that's going to happen.
Well,
But Luna.
they could still. No, they can't. Never mind. I was gonna say they could put
guess-
Quap in the support role, but I doubt it.
At least the hero still farms pretty well. Like when you're playing up against this AM, it's really sad to play like some carry that can't farm quickly, like that has no wave clear or anything, like like Life Stealer or something. So Luna can farm the Ancients here, which is really good as well. Like try and keep up with the farm speed, go over to that triangle relatively early. Because at the moment, like if you look at Aster's heroes, they don't really have anybody that invades the jungle and stuff. Like yeah, Shaker can, but he's easy to punish. And he can't really. He has like nobody to gank with, right? So this Luna should be able to just farm up relatively well early on. Get some stacks going potentially. And they ban the Mars still.
Brand the Mars, Pango, and Nature's Prophet, and I'm surprised at the Prophet, but I guess he could still be off lane. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
What about some like Slardar pick here?
For Vici?
Yeah, or like Legion or something as well, maybe.
Just the Legion gives you the dispel, a little bit of lockdown, overwhelming odds is nice. Press the attack's good. I mean,
It's also 'cause
Legion's always nice.
AM can't block duel as well, can he? Because it reflects back. So the duel still happens. I feel like they just need some hard lockdown for this AM. Their lineup's very. Like, we do decent damage and things, but it's going to be really difficult to catch the AM at the moment. So it depends if they feel like they want to play for this mid-game timing, with like to pair up with their Luna before the AM really comes online, or do they want to like actually have a scrap? Centaur doesn't look amazing. It's okay.
I mean, the Centaur for Vici just gives the standard Rubik Centaur lane.
Or Axe, maybe.
Ooh, okay, so Beastmaster.
So they go for the mid game. Okay.
But we talked about how Beastmaster is kind of weird now. With all the changes.
Yeah, the Necrobook loses its power, but at the same time, like you still have this mid game timing with the Aura, with the Luna as well. Like the Luna and Beastmaster stacking is like such a classic in not in just this patch, but for ages and ages. Like you tend to get Avenge as well with them. But it's okay. I don't think it's insanely good, but it gives them some more tower push, which is nice. Gives them objective taking with like Roche and things.
Mm-hmm.
And Oracle can't really deal with Beastmaster in the laning stage either. Like this board's going to be pretty good going. Let's go Chen last pick, and then Shaker moves to offlane. You ready?
I'd be impressed if you got it right. Be honest.
What are you trying to say?
Not that I don't believe you. I
say?
feel like that Chen's a reach. It's a reach.
Yeah, I think they'll probably end up picking. Actually, they could put Viper offlane as well if they really wanted to, but I think they'll just put it mid up against the Queen of Pain. Oh, it's so close.
Ooh, all right. You had the right idea.
I was actually so close.
Had the right idea.
Man.
But,
God damn.
wrong. Just going to say.
Wrong. What's that Spectre? Is that a Spectre voice line?
I have no idea who that is. But, I mean, you're definitely in the right ballpark.
I'm really disappointed I didn't say Ench as well as Chen now, because that would have been a...
Yeah. Well, and then you're just covering your bases there.
Yeah. I like that they cover the Beastmaster like laning situation though. They have some team fight now with the Shaker as well, who has increased farm priority, which is nice. I worry that it's a little bit squishy, like their lineup overall. And I think if they have a bad laning stage, they might start to struggle here. If this Queen of Pain starts to move around the map, it looks like a really good Queen of Pain game for like early to mid game, where she can just blow anybody up. I think it's going to depend, how well Fade can play on this Oracle. And they don't really have great egg hitters on Aster. It's like AM has to blink in. They've got a Viper as well. Like Ench is okay. Not really though.
But the attack speed's not amazing on Ench to get something done on that egg. Like I feel like they're going to get a lot from this egg.
And they have
although it is a 5.
Well. Yeah, they have the Roar from the Beastmaster as well to help kill off the egg. To help kill off the person attacking the egg. So, yeah, this lineup from Aster is very, very volatile, I think is the right word.
It's something that I think can get it done though. Like it's a lineup from Aster that I think AM, especially because of the fact that like there's not much lockdown for Vici.
Prepare for
I could see the anti-mage doing really well. I mean, really, you have what? Loose and Beam. But the stun duration's an 1/8 of a second. Early telekinesis isn't amazing, but later telekinesis is, decent with Arcane Supremacy and Primal Roar.
Yeah, in the laning stage, it's less about them killing the AM, though, more about just hitting him and pressuring him, right? Because it's not going to be an easy lane up against this Beastmaster Rubik. Like they can just keep clicking him down. The problem is this AM has the Ench in his lane, and Ench is going to absolutely tear this lane apart. I feel like Ench never loses a lane, right? It's insanely good. Boka's just going Null Talisman first on Ench, which is interesting. It's actually pretty good.
To battle.
I was thinking about this yesterday because we saw Old 11 building and Yang, I think it was building Wraith Bands on offlane Venge. And if you think about what this gives you for your starting item, the 0.6 mana region, it's super nice. Gives you some nice early stats as well. Oh, the Beastmaster's playing mid.
Interesting.
The battle begins.
Because they want to
Ori's
dodge the
going
edge.
top, and Eurus is going bottom. Interesting.
I think XXS knows something's up here. Yeah, they're going to send the AM top to lane up against the Queen of Pain. All three cores just grouping together here in the mid lane.
They should just all farm the mid lane together.
Yeah. Look at Fade.
Blink
the
level
Oracle.
1. The Blink level 1's interesting because we've seen a lot of anti-mages take mana break.
I think he just wants to get to the lane quicker, right? Yeah. Like, I thought he would have taken Spell Shield up against the Queen of Pain, but like, Ori doesn't know that he doesn't have Spell Shield. She's going to be like, oh look, he doesn't have mana break. Of course he's going to have Spell Shield.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he knew his opponent.
It's like calling his bluff, right?
Yeah, I think you just got to try it. Risk it, you know? Risk it for the biscuit. Might as well,
How's
right?
this? I wonder how this mid lane goes between Beastmaster Viper, not the classic I've seen before, and Yang is actually going Necro, but
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
interesting.
yeah.
Also, the four-legged Crystal Maiden is, level 1 impetus.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fair
that-
enough though. When you're not laning up against the Beastmaster, like the impetus goes up in value.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a good one, especially with Enchant. I think Enchant is such a good harassment skill, and I mean that in the, I've seen a bunch of lanes where Enchant is just used to get these slows and add those extra punches, and yeah, I'm over mid. We see that Yang ends up dropping to Chuan. That's gonna slow down this Beastmaster and probably put Chuan at about level 4 by the time the Beastmaster comes back. That's already problematic.
I mean, this laning setup's insanely good for Aster. I didn't think they were going to be able to get these kind of matchups early on, but the fact they've effectively won all three lanes because the matchups they have. Like they had a 1k net worth lead a second ago. I don't know if you saw, and it was like 2 minutes in. Yeah, look, there you go. It's crazy. Like, and this Luna's just going to struggle so much against this Ench down in bot lane, who's just such a this lane winner, like we say. And like, I don't know, these side lanes are both insane. Mid lane's a little bit different. I think Tron should be absolutely fine. Like, he gets first blood as well. But like, now it gets to this point in the lane with like level 4, level 5 on Viper. I actually don't know what Yang's supposed to do in this lane.
Yeah, he's just gonna get forced out. Can he even jungle at this point?
Not really. You can, but it's not quick, right?
That hit, but Bobica will survive. And you're gonna go for PYW. Fortune's End, Fade Bolt, believe that got shot back at him. They'll get the kill there onto this Rubik. Already it seems like Aster have everything going the right way. And it's hard not to think that when
Radiant structures are fortified.
all your lanes are going as well as they are.
They look mid as well.
Like, Yang's just dead.
Dire structures
Again.
are fortified.
And there's not much he can do. And I don't think this lane gets easier.
Oh, I was going to say... Oh, Fade just took the rune.
With an empty bottle.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is
Unless
under attack.
Juan definitely plans on going back for that bounty rune, that was a bit questionable.
I mean, there's no way, right? Like, he doesn't go for that rune. He was already walking over. Level 1 Nether Toxin's so good, actually. I didn't realise.
I truly just don't know how you lane as the Beastmaster.
Probably rather laid up against the Ench at the moment. XSS is farming really well on this Earthshaker as well. He has boot stick bottle already with his little ring of regen.
Worthy tribute.
So early ring of health for the anti-mage. Although he's actually holding 1,000 gold. I wonder if he'll commit to the ring of regen or go full treads.
No, he'll definitely go ring of health. I think he's just waiting to see like what happens with the lane here, like when he can go to the shop. There's no point buying a ring of health if you're not even getting like bullied in lane at the moment. Just wait till this wave goes. So one more. Oh, he could even get his courier to go and do it, to be honest, as well. If you want to be extra efficient. Bot lane, XXS.
Yeah, taking a lot of damage here, and he'll end up dropping, or he makes the rotation bottom. It does force them to have 2 cores in this bottom lane. But you can see that Ori's really not doing anything over towards top. They've got the, the Fortune's End to get the Dispel, Yang mid once again, and they do have Viper Strike, but it's not even going to be necessary.
Yeah, really good rotation by Bobiga. You want to come and play around this catapult wave when you can, right? Like, try and get a lot of damage onto this mid tier 1, which they are. It's like down to half HP almost already.
Oh gosh, PYW too.
This Viper's
Juan's just taking over.
Yeah, this Viper's actually disgustingly good.
Dyer's middle tower is under
This is the reason why we've seen it banned out all the time by the looks of it. I don't think we've seen Tron play Viper yet this tournament,
Radiant's
have we?
bottom tower is under attack.
No,
This tower's almost dead, by the way.
Is under attack.
I think this Rubik's going to come over as well, and they might be able to get fade, but
Yang tries this again, but he's
he's dead.
Yeah, one more shot will secure that kill. Oh, although... Alright, there's the impetus. I was going to say, is Purifying Flames going to allow him to heal up?
Now, I mean, I've talked to someone about this before, I can't remember who it was. If you look at Purifying Flames, the heal is actually almost the same as the damage. So, it's not like a huge difference. I guess with the magic resistance, it makes it a little bit more, but...
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Are you even trying?
Got already a 2k lead. And he did go out on the treads, by the way. I was right.
Oh, he did? Yeah, now he's wishing he had Ring of Health.
Nah, he's fine.
Maybe he thought he was having like a completely free lane so he could go for the treads first, but yeah, now he's having to buy regen.
Say okay.
Top lane, yeah. Chuan's coming in.
Oh god.
DY has dive
it's just
still,
gonna
but-
go under the tower. And they have this
Dyer's
kill
top tower
easily.
is under
Yeah.
attack. Dyer's structures are fortified.
They're playing really well on Aster at the moment. Like we said, they have to be playing from in front though, right? With this lineup,
Yeah.
like they can't be falling behind. So nice to see them doing so well early on in the laning stage. PYW is going to start shoving in mid. They might be able to get a little bit of damage on this mid tier 1, but I mean they're
Dyer's
losing their top tower in the
is under
trade,
attack.
and there's going to be 2 towers dead already for Vici Gaming. XSS is getting close to blink. He's like 1,000 gold away.
Dyer's top tower.
He's
has
farming
fallen.
crazily well.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, 3k lead right now.
Top lane.
9 minutes in, and getting that kill onto the Phoenix, it feels so good. Where do you stop? I don't think that they need to stop at the moment.
They need to like try and link up with their level 6s on Vici Gaming, which you can see they are doing at the moment. They've just all gone bot lane.
Ooh, Eclipse committed and the Primal Roar to get that kill.
I think
Tron
Shaker
comes
might be
in
dead,
and,
guys.
it ends up being a full commitment here from Aster. A lot of damage on the Chuan. Sonic Wave commitment. And if they could get this kill, yeah, Ori's dead, but
I mean, that's still super worth it though.
yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Eurus is a little low to continue to commit to this, so...
That's like perfect case scenario where they kill 2 cores there off there as well. But you have to remember at the same time, like M's just farming the jungle now because everyone's just rotated bot. Like they can't deal with all 3 cores at once, but they take the good fight still. but the bad thing there for Vici is they don't get the tower as well. So like they get these 2 kills, but because they brought everybody down towards the bot lane, you really want to be able to turn that into an objective as well. But they just don't have the firepower.
Blessings upon a loyal.
Where are you going?
The kill on the Oracle. So they're starting to get some numbers back for Vici.
Bounty.
That's pretty good. They're doing okay.
Hilarious.
Add another to the tally.
Finally gets that Necro book on the Beastmaster.
Now this is going to be interesting because last time we saw Beastmaster being played, he actually didn't build it. So I wonder how much he's going to get done with this. So the new Necro book is worse at farming creeps, but it's actually better against heroes overall, I think, in terms of damage. But it lost the aura that it used to gain. Wasn't it like the attack speed aura or something on one of the Necro creeps? It doesn't have that anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, like this Archer aura now just doesn't have anything. It's just a creep.
That's very underwhelming, I would say.
Yeah. Did it lose the purge as well? I can't remember. Maybe it did.
Gains purge at level 3.
Oh, of course it did. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember whether it lost it at level 3 though.
He's smoke. So they're going to try and make something happen. If they can kill this anti-mage, that would be amazing for them. It really is looking towards a 14-minute battle fury.
Yeah, they're picking him out. They know where he is, but I don't know if they can get there in time. Like, they have the Hawk going over. Look at his positioning, though. It's so good.
Ooh, he actually goes in aggressive.
But it's all single target, like Lockdown, right? So as long as he pops shield, it doesn't really matter. He's almost got Battle Fury finished as well. But, you know, these last few minutes of Vici actually not going too badly. They're doing okay. Considering the state of the game before.
Yeah.
Like, this Luna has Mask of Madness coming out now as well, so she's actually going to farm really quickly. And again, like, they've got one Ancient stack. I think if they get a second one, she can head over there, try and, you know, recover her net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Vici playing so scared at the moment because they don't see any of them up in this top side of the map.
Yeah, look at where Eurus is.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's
is
just
under
hiding in the
attack.
trees. I will say they've cut
Yeah,
this
he's-
net worth lead down pretty heavily.
Hey, look at this stacking by PYW.
I guess the question becomes, like, can they bring this back and does it matter? Because the anti-mage is going to start to blow them away once he gets that battle fury.
Yeah, he is in terms of his farm speed, but you know, this Luna can still farm really quickly as well, remember? Like, you have to remember, she was so far behind before, right? And she's actually found her way back into the game a little bit here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, just on it right now. Farming this stack of Ancients, going into the Yasha. Picks up
and
Band of
you're
the
like-
Elven Skin, just going Yasha into the BKB.
Like, you see, like, PYW is just standing there as well.
XSS, he spots Yang, he gets the kill into the Beastmaster. 3
Radiant's
heroes here.
bottom tower is under attack.
They didn't even use Echo as well.
No, they just found him with the totem.
He's going Orchid on Viper, by the way. Like, it's pretty close now. I think, if they can get that at a decent timing. Like, heroes like this Queen of Pain especially are going to be in trouble. Like, or he's going BKB first, which we've been seeing from a few Queen of Pains in games where they're really struggling. And I think that's fine. But, like, this net worth lead is just decreasing for Aster.
Yeah,
Looks like they need
surprisingly
to-
enough. It's really decreasing. Quite
But
heavily.
they're getting out farmed, right? Like, this Luna... Oh,
They
hang on.
found Chuan. And Fortune's End with the Eclipse. They've got the False Promise, but the question is, can they keep them alive? Echo Slam kills off Eurus, and now Supernova doesn't get off, so DY's dead. Juan ends up going down 2 for 1 so far, but PYW's next.
I don't understand what Vici are expecting to happen there. Like, they saw the Oracle just behind the Viper, right?
Gotcha.
You're not going to be able to blow him up with Eclipse. It's not going to work. You have to kill the Oracle first, right? So, yeah, they kill the Viper, but they lose 3 heroes for it, and they use Egg as well. It's definitely not worth it. And now this AM's just like free farming the jungle with Battle Fury in the whole time that Luna's dead. Just not good trades for Vici. Like, they've been doing really well the last couple of minutes, but gotta respect the Oracle, who's now level 9, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, PYW on the Rubik's actually level 10. Wow.
Tis mine.
Just a 3k lead right now. Going for the Necro 3. We'll see if that helps. If it's going to be enough.
I mean, it's good damage, though, against the heroes. Like, if he ever catches anybody with a Roar, they probably just die.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's still not insanely good.
Haste!
Are they going to try and fight this? I truly doubt it. Just doesn't make sense.
What, on Vici Gaming?
No, on Aster, I looked if they wanted to fight for a
I
second.
see.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, they have the vision set up, though, on the hill. But they're moving away from it now. I think they really want to play around this Roche pit now. That's the big one for them, right? They don't take it
Potentially,
massively quickly, but they can actually take it if they take a good fight around the pit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams are not engaging yet.
And who's the winner off of
Dire's
that?
top tower
The
is
anti-mage
under
100%.
Exactly, we've seen this once
Dire's
already yesterday.
structures are fortified.
Esther just farming
Radiant's
away.
bottom tower is under attack.
More than happy.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
You
is
know,
under attack.
it's very quiet in the game, and I understand that they want the Luna to farm and get potentially into this BKB, but that is a long ways out.
I mean, she can't fight without the
Dire's
BKB, though, is the
top
problem.
tower
Up against,
is
like,
under
Viper,
attack.
Shaker. Even AM it's good against because of the mana burn. And they are going to take this mid tower. It's actually pretty good,
Radiant's
for
middle
Vici.
tower has fallen.
Oh,
Ooh,
Echo Slam.
And they get this kill over bottom onto the Queen of Pain. Link Fortune's End, and well, Echo Slam's down. Where he survives.
That would have been such an insane kill as well, because she's only like 100 gold away from BKB, or she was. So, unfortunately, for XXS, it doesn't work. But
Oh, they still get Chuan though over mid, and they use the clips for that. They got the Primal Roar down as well, and you're using so much to get that singular kill. But again, it just keeps the map open for anti-mage.
yeah, it does. But I mean, every time you kill a Viper, it's massive, right? Like this hero, when it picks up this early Orchid, you really want to be playing the tempo and finding the kills yourself. And they get the nice D ward top as well. Actually, considering it's a 3k lead, I don't think Vici are in an awful place here.
No,
Like this
not at
Luna,
all.
when she gets her BKB, is going to be such a massive threat. Because she can actually just stand her ground and fight up against these heroes. And like we've said, they do have really good death ball on Dire's side. So if they win one fight, like they can just take your building so quickly
Radiant's
with
middle
Beastmaster
tower
Luna.
is under attack.
Thing is, that boosts them closer to that. BKB gets the Mithril Hammer already. Eurus sitting behind the Chuan. Or behind Chuan on Viper, not the Chuan. He's not a personality like that.
That should help.
Surprise? Maybe not. I was gonna say surprise. There's only one Orchid on Aster, and then I thought about it again, and I'm like, nah, maybe not. I don't really see anybody else getting it for them.
Yeah, I don't either.
Whereas we've seen other games where like Clockwork off lane gets Orchid, and then mid Kunkka gets Orchid.
I don't think you saw that. The Viper was attacking the melee Necro creep mid, and Fade used the Fate's Edict on him, so he didn't take any damage when the creep died. That's actually really cool.
Kindred bounty.
Free gold.
Wish fulfilled.
Free gold, no damage.
I was like, why is he disarming his Viper? Oh my god. Oh, they get the DD on AM. It's just going to be a free
they're
rush.
in a rush. DD's actually on Viper.
Oh, sorry, on the Viper, yeah.
Dire are scanning.
But either way, it's Roche regardless. They scan it out, but they can't get over there in time. And yeah, they smoke, but once this Roche goes down, like, do you even still want to fight this?
I think you have to be really patient and just wait for the Luna BKB here. Like any, but
Radiant's bottom tower
even
is
when she
under
gets
attack.
BKB, they can still take fights. I think like the Sages is annoying, but
Warrior.
like if it's just the AM left in the fight, I don't think you really care. And AM is probably not the person you're going to be going on first anyway.
Come on, sprites.
TP back towards top.
Egg goes down, but
They're fighting this. They've got the Sonic Wave. Fisher
Oh
comes
my
in, and
goodness.
now the Sonic Wave hits. So they take the Aegis away. They get the kill on a Fade. But that should not have happened.
that was insanely good by Ori using the Sonic Wave to make sure the egg goes off. I was like, there's no way this egg survives, but especially when it's level 1, right? Like it's so easy to kill.
The stolen
But
Fissure,
really-
too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
really
level
well played
4.
by Vici.
It's a level 4 Fissure with level 3 in Arcane Supremacy.
Insane.
Like, that's a good amount of lockdown.
I'm glad to see PYW do the skill build where you don't take ult level 2 and you don't take the talent either. I was talking to somebody about this the other day and I was like, I'm sure this is like can be good sometimes, especially if you're struggling in a game. Now that he has Fisher, he's probably going to wish he had level 2 ult, but I think like the Arcane Supremacy like stun duration and things is actually really good, even if it doesn't increase massively.
Illusion.
Because, like, do you need 50 damage or 150 health? Not exactly. You could forgo it.
But like the second skill point in ult is the big one.
Yeah.
He always has blink as well. He's actually
Radiant's
decently farmed on the
bottom
Rubik.
tower is under attack.
And not as farmed as
Radiant
XSS, but
structures
he
are
is a 3
fortified.
position. He's a bit more farmed than Bobica is at the moment.
I don't like that Bobica's going Atos. Like, why? It's okay against Queen of Pain. Like, it's not a bad item, but...
I think just now the fact that this has gone late enough where the Luna feels comparable or able to fight, like again we talked about the Dire, they win one fight and all of a sudden they're gonna push into your base, depending
Yeah,
on if it's especially if it's across the river.
I will say that this Scardy on AM is going to be like a massive game changer up against the Luna. Because, you know, we've seen this already in some of the games, like how popular the Scardy is because of how good it is against the range heroes. Like the slowest 50%, right? And what was the attack zone? I think it's 50 attack speed slow as well. Like it's a lot. And so this Luna can't really fight up against the AM in a 1v1 when he has the Scardy.
Not making any moves on Aster, nor have they in the last while. And they played counter initiation on the aggression from Vici, but that's about it. Still has that fissure. Doesn't actually, yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have it for much longer.
I wonder what they want to do though. Like, are they just trying to play off this BKB here? But
They've got double damage on the Luna.
My sprites are with us.
Could really knock someone out quick.
Is under attack.
They're gonna go after the Enchantress. I don't understand how he's able to get away from that.
They just don't have any stuns in their lineup
Yeah.
apart from like lift and
Dire's
raw.
bottom tower
Oh, I guess the
is under
lucent
attack.
beam, but that's insane.
No, there's no reason the Enchantress should be getting out of that.
And it's like a load of wasted time as well, right? Because this AM's just been farming. Like
Yeah.
you have to make that connect happen for it to not be like a massive waste of time. XXS almost has his beekeepy, by the way, on the shaker. That's 5 gold off. Could be a big moment here for Aster, where they hit the Skadi timing at the same time as the beekeepy on the shaker. And like Viper's just picked up his BKB as well. They should probably look to smoke. Yeah, they do.
Question is,
This
can
is-
they do with it?
Worthy tribute.
Like this is really good if they can find the Luna or something, right? Yeah, they scan, so they're gonna know this is coming if they head over.
Yeah, good scan.
Yeah, that was really good. I don't know who did that on Vici, but oh, the illusion bait.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
now,
is
you know,
under
you're making
attack.
space for
Dire
Beastmaster
structures
and
are
Luna, trying to get as much farm as they can. Not that it's perfect up against with the Anti-Mage in the space that he's been getting, but the more time, especially from behind, the better.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, for sure. But it goes the other way, the same way it did for Vici before. You know, you spend
Yeah.
all that time smoking as 5 or 4 or whatever it was, and
Radiant's top tower
you
is
don't
under
find
attack.
anything. And in the meantime, Luna's just farming. It's pretty good.
At one point, one team is going to go in too far on each other in terms of like the Luna against the Anti-Mage, because we saw it a little bit earlier.
Are they going to hold the high ground here on Vici, play around their ward? This Elench creep is going to come in and be a little
Radiant's top
monster,
tower
though.
is under attack.
Can they get S-Triple-C up here? Are they looking to connect on the back lines
They have
here?
XSS.
Nature
Sunray, the
attends.
damage, the fissure, that comes in. Can they steal the fissure? I don't actually have his ult off cooldown, because he did steal the totem.
Dire's
Flying
middle
Flames,
tower
drums
is
is
under
used,
attack.
blink forward, goes after Ori, he'll blink away, they're on the run still. But the catch isn't there for Aster at all.
Yeah, bail. Just get out, guys. Like that was so awkward because they got the aim to just blink in like he doesn't care, right? He had the spell shield as well. The counter spell, whatever it's called.
Counterspell.
Counter spell, yeah. Do they give the quiver to the Viper? I mean, AM doesn't have a neutral item at the moment, really.
Steals another toxin.
Oh, look at this slow, by the way, on Eurus with the Skadi. That's so horrible.
They're still looking in the jungle. They're trying to make something happen. They're going to play aggressive. They've got the Viper farming up towards top. Anti-Mage continuing to be in the jungle. Got to get those free weight sessions in. First side forward, they've got the telekinesis on in the Oracle. Supernova gets committed. I mean, neither of these heroes really feel like they can take out the egg, but with the help, it's still not going to be enough. So now Primal Roar gets used on a Juan. They'll blink forward, have the
Yes,
totem
the BKB.
XSS, Echo Slams, but the Force Staff, the damage on the Eurus is more than enough to get the kill. And they look at PYW. Woo! Mana Void blows him up.
He had no BKB on Luna because he used it down in the bot lane before and he just ran into the fight.
Radiant's courier
That's
has been
crazy.
killed.
Like, you cannot be doing that, unfortunately. And this AM's just such a monster now. Like, they have no answer.
Dire's
There's
top
4.5k
tower
gold
is
on top of the
under attack.
Skadi. It feels like it's been about 2 minutes.
Just about.
Ah, there's the Titan Sliver. Oh, Viper's actually keeping it. You greedy fool. Yang's dying.
He is very dead. Anti-Mage gets an easy kill, just chases him ring around the rosy style around the tower.
And we have to remember, this was a first phase AM, right? Like, it wasn't a shock pick.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
I still go back to this laning stage early on. Finds an orbital structure as well. Of course he does.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, going back to the laning stage early on, like, they had this amazing setup that just allowed AM to
Dire's middle
like
tower has fallen.
free farm. And I love that they picked the AM into the Queen of Pain as well. Like, they just didn't care.
Dire are scanning.
And the only way in right now is to get Roche, but you don't have the Beastmaster for 10 seconds. So it's another Roche that they're almost
Radiant's
forced to
bottom
concede.
tower is under attack.
If not forced to concede based on where they're at in the
Fallen
game.
to the Radiant.
Gotcha.
Illusion.
Aster, it's slowly becoming a story of how can they lose this game. Because it doesn't look like they will or can.
I mean, if this AM makes like one big mistake in a fight or something, is like they can win on Vici, but it's so difficult for him to make that mistake because of how big he is. Like,
Yeah.
he has to like DC for 30 seconds, like kind of mistake, right?
That just doesn't look like it's going to be the case.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah,
under
S-Triple
attack.
C with stable internet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Shocks
Oh
all
my
around.
God.
Yeah, they're going to go in. They're going to look for the finish here. Kill off Yang. He doesn't have
Radiant's
buyback.
bottom tower is
They
fallen.
go for the tier 3 over mid and, force out the glyph. But
Radiant's structures
Vici, you're going to
are
need
fortified.
more than an answer than that.
Dire's middle tower
Than to just
is under
glyph your
attack.
base.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's
You're letting
middle
your racks
barracks
go.
are under attack.
And you've got
Dire's
4
middle
heroes
barracks
up. Like,
is
you
fallen.
are letting them take your racks.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They still have Echo Slam, and Blink Abyssal Fissure takes out DY. Down goes the tier 3.
Dire's
And-
They're taking
yeah.
turns dying,
Under attack.
like one by one.
Radiant's
Or he
top
gets the
tower
tier
is
3
under
bottom,
attack.
but
Dire's
I
top
mean, the
tower
only way this is
has
going to
fallen.
work is if they had a Luna going there too.
Is Poker dead? Oh, I thought he was going to Sonic Wave.
Heal us.
Boo.
I will say that force back Aster.
Well, you force them back after they take 2 sets of racks. I mean,
Yeah, they could finish the game.
like, they're still a tier 2 bot, right? Yeah, I mean, they probably could have finished the game if they really wanted to, but it's better to play safe.
Haste.
Now he just finished the Abyssal AM, has an extra 2.4k. Good, good.
It's 19-9. Vici just very much running out of options.
Like, Vici looked like they were coming back into this game at points, but they never really dealt with S-Triple-C,
No, not
and he's just farmed. Like, he hasn't died all game. He has 468 CS. What was the GPM score we had yesterday? I think it was 970
1,000.
or it was 1,000 XPM.
It was, oh
He
yeah.
had like 970 GPM or something.
STCC, Sunray. You're just going to try and survive. Eclipse gets used. The false promise on a Juan.
Look at that
Around the
fish,
back, though, is Ori. Sonic Wave hits in the Oracle. They'll get the kill into PYW as well as Yang. They lose DY. And the right click's coming in. They're just going to call GG. They realize they can't do anything with this. PYW as well as Eurus end up dead. And Aster take their 3rd consecutive game. It's a good time to be going on a streak.
You know, you got to say though, Vici looking really poor
Yeah.
for their standards at least. No, we expect much better from them. You know, with how well they've been playing in the Dota scene recently, but they just look like a completely different team at the moment.
They don't look like they're running on all cylinders.
Yeah,
Communication's lacking.
it's difficult to talk about this game, I think, because like Vici, like we were saying, they did come back into the game. They made some okay rotations around the map, but if you never deal with problem number 1, then problem number 1 is the biggest problem, and it's always going to come back and bite you. Like he gets 821 GPM on AM. It's not quite as much as yesterday for S-Triple-C, but it's still like more than enough to win them this game.